now, so I'm probably gonna wake up Charlie talking to you guys, but I just want to go to sleep. A couple minutes ago, I just wanted to continue to watch Game of Thrones because I just finished the first season, and it's getting interesting. Oh, right now I just want to like lay down and be comfy and sleep, and I feel nice and warm and stuff. But I want to talk to you guys because I want to try to get these going every day again. So I didn't talk about it earlier, did I? But I didn't talk earlier. So at work, I was a little frustrated today. We had like 2 rooms each, which I really only, and some stayovers. I really only had 1 room because my first room was one that got done yesterday but didn't get coated. Anyway, we only had a couple rooms, and then I found out, my boss told us that we couldn't do laundry anymore during the day because the laundry person was getting frustrated, which I understand. We're doing her job, so she would get frustrated. But I get frustrated when I can't be there for my full job. I mean, it's not her fault, so I'm not blaming her, saying that it's late or that it like goes, what goes around comes around or anything like that. It's just like, well, yeah, sometimes we aren't able to be there the full time. It stinks. It really stinks because some people need money to pay for rent and cable and electric so that they don't, well, right now it's so I don't freeze, but not always, it's light and stuff too, but rent and cable and electric and water and their cat that is more of a pain than a exciting thing in life, and loans and stuff. Some people have to pay for stuff. I mean, the laundry person probably does too, but in general, like, since we can't do laundry anymore because we don't want hurt her feelings, and we don't want to go without a laundry person type thing, because sometimes we're gonna have more rooms and we need somebody to be there at night. But for the time being, and according to my boss, up until like at least January, it's going to be kind of on and off. More, in my opinion, probably more likely to be more days where we have 5 or less rooms apiece. And I can't afford to leave at like 12 or 1 every day. That's not okay. I can't do that. I need to be getting a decent amount of money each paycheck, which I get paid this Friday. I don't think it's going to be one of my better checks, but that's because it has the wedding. When I went to the wedding, it has like the whole day there, and I think a couple other days that I wasn't there the whole time for different reasons. But it's just really frustrating. We've been having the days. I wasn't really planning on getting way into this, but we've been having the days where we've been getting done early, like 2 rooms a day or 5 rooms a day a piece type thing. And sometimes a couple of days it was only 1 room, which is crazy. And so I would just hope that the laundry would last me at least until 4. But now I can't even count on laundry. I could hope. Well, today we had to shampoo the carpets, and I did all the shampooing of the carpets, which took forever. It took like at least 3 hours, I think. But I did all of that myself, the first, second, and third floor hallways and the breakfast area. I'm not saying that to make myself sound all amazing or sound like put myself on a pedestal. I'm saying that because, like, that gave me something to do for those 3 or whatever hours. And so, but I'm not gonna be shampooing the carpets every day. Ed isn't gonna want anybody to do that every day. Um, but I'm just gonna have to hope that he has something for me to do every day, because even though I am getting paid a little more than most of the other housekeepers, because I've been there for over a year, I can't afford to work like 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours type thing at the most, and still be able to afford to live here and not stink because I'm not taking showers, or not to freeze to death because I can't afford to have my heat on, or I could go without people. I could. And that's probably my most expensive or most expensive bill aside from my rent. But I definitely can't go without paying my rent. Or I don't know. I think my only other option is living with my parents, which I really don't want to have to do. Because I would also lose my job pretty much, or I'd be driving, and no, that's not happening. I was just so frustrated because I'm just gonna have to hope that Ed can find me stuff. Because I mean, I'm gonna try to find something on the side to do, to make money. But if I can't find something on the side, and Ed doesn't have stuff for me to be able to stay on the days, which seem to be more often than not, on the days that we don't have at least like 7 or 8 rooms. If none of those things are possible, then I'm not gonna be able to afford to live here, and that, thinking about that at lunch had me really frustrated, and I was just kind of out of it at lunch, and frustrated, and brooding, and I'm not blaming anybody, because it's not my boss's fault that, how long is this going? I'm sorry. This is turning into like a complainy rant thing, but it's not my boss's fault that we don't have, we haven't been getting as many rooms. It's winter, people aren't vacationing really for doing fun stuff and all that jazz as much. It's so, I mean, it's not his fault really, the amount of people we do or don't have at the hotel at this time of year. It's not the laundry person's fault, because I understand she wants to be able to do laundry because that's her job to do at night. Whether the laundry is enough to last her 8 hours is a different story, but I understand that she doesn't want other people doing her job. I would be frustrated too. I'd be like, well, it's not my fault that it's not, your job isn't lasting you long enough for you to stay. So I understand her thing. It just frustrates me because I'm in the same situation as her, kind of. I just happen to be there and have the laundry at that time. So I'm not blaming my boss. I'm not blaming the laundry person. I'm not blaming anybody. It's just frustrating, and I have to find a way to solve the problem. I just hope that I'm able to work long enough there that he's able to find me enough stuff to at least work from 9 to 4 like I'm scheduled. Yeah, it's just frustrating. And like I said, I'm trying to find things. I've been looking online and stuff, or looking for stuff that I can do like at home, or maybe something that I could do on the side, like in the evenings or something, and get a couple like hours in type thing a day or whatever, at least a few days a week or something. So that was frustrating. I don't remember how I got on that topic. But anyway, oh yeah. So that's how today went. I shaved through the carpet, so I was there a decent amount. I went to leave, and I was gonna, actually no, I clocked out and I was gonna run on the treadmill, which I did end up doing. But come to find out, there were 15 rooms that didn't get put on our list. I don't know how. 15 rooms, not like 2 or 3. 15 rooms didn't get put on the list today. I don't know why they weren't on the list, but they weren't. And there were a couple other rooms that were on the list that weren't coded, I guess, but they I don't know if they even checked to see if they were clean, because it was people that they trusted to clean them. They just weren't coded or something. But anyway, there were 15 rooms that weren't even on our list today that we could have been doing. We could have had like 2 or 3 more rooms apiece, like at least. And somehow they weren't on the list. But they were wanting to call everybody in, and this is like 4:30 by this point. They were wanting to call everyone in and have people do rooms. And there were at least a couple people that weren't coming, that pretty much were saying they weren't going to come in. And I was the only one still there. And I was frustrated because I had just gotten changed for, to like go around on the treadmill and stuff. And I was like, oh good, I'm done for the day. I lasted till after, or I was able to find stuff till after 4 to do. It's not that I was there later. It's that I thought I was able to go home, and then I was told we were going to have these 15 rooms to do, which was really frustrating, especially if, like, that would mean, like, 3 rooms, from, like, starting at 4:30, 3 rooms, and more for the people that weren't going to show up, but we didn't end up having to do those, so that was good. I did 2 miles on the, well, I jogged 2 miles on the treadmill, pretty much. I walked a little bit of the first mile, because I was getting my music figured out or something. I talked to Brett, and then I walked the last mile, so I did 3 miles. So I'm proud of myself for that. Came back here, nothing usual or nothing unusual. I watched Game of Thrones. I finished the first season. It's really good. I'm getting so into it. I think I'm gonna go now because it's 12 minutes and I need to get to bed. Which is, I was wanting to watch more of Game of Thrones, but I was like, no, I need to go to bed. I convinced myself to watch that last episode type thing. After, like, one of them I ended at like around 11:30, and I was like, I really want to watch another one. Well, it'll be over at like 12:30, but I want to watch it. So that's what happened, and now it's been 12 minutes longer, so I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna get around for bed. Charlie's meowing because he hears me. I'm gonna get around for bed and then go to sleep. But I will talk to you tomorrow. I hope you have a great, grand, wonderful, amazing, fluffy day. And if you know me, and like you know me personally, and have something that I could do for you, non-perverted, like, not perverted, not weird or creepy or anything, something I could do for you that you could pay me for, it would be awesome. Or if you want some baked goods, I will make you some baked goods and you can buy them for me. Okay, I'm going to bed. Have a great, grand, wonderful, amazing, lovely day, and I will see you tomorrow.